What's up, guys, and welcome back to Rising Thrills, your #1 source for Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Maryland roller coaster content. And welcome back to Day 8 of Daily Roller Coaster Reviews. Today I will be reviewing LAFF TRAKK at Hersheypark. In 2015, Hersheypark in Derry Township, Pennsylvania opened LAFF TRAKK, which is a Mauer spinning coaster. It stands at a length of 1,400 and a speed of 40 miles per hour. LAFF TRAKK starts out with you turning right out of the station. This is a completely indoor coaster, so you turn right out of the station and then you go into the show building. Right away you start going up to the top of the lift hill. Once you get to the top of the lift hill, then you go down a pre-drop which banks to the left, and then you go down the main drop which also banks to the left. After you go down the drop, then you come up and you go on another hill, and then you turn to the left, and then you turn to the right, and then you start banking down through another drop, and this is where you start spinning. And then after this there's a bunch of hills, drops, and then just some spinning elements, some twisty track elements, just a lot of different type of twister elements, stuff like that, so the car will spin. It spins a good amount. It doesn't spin a lot. Obviously different rides are a little different, but usually you're not going to get that much spin on this ride. It's not really that much of a spinner. It does have some good theming in the station, but and the show building, but it's themed around like fun houses and stuff, and it really doesn't have the best theming. There's definitely coasters that have better theming. It's not the best. So I'll be giving it a final score of 4 out of 10. It doesn't spin enough. The theming really isn't that good. It's overall, I feel like it's definitely one of those rides that, like after you go on it once, you don't ever need to go on it again. It's definitely a once and done coaster. Have I been on it multiple times? Yes. Would I go on it if it had a long wait? No, never. And I honestly don't know why I've gone on it multiple times. Obviously in the past I've gone on it. It's an okay ride to go on when it's raining. Since it's an indoor coaster, all of the other coasters are closed a certain day. Would I go on it? Probably not. But if you really want to get on something and it's raining outside and all of the other rides are closed, you could go on it. But it's overall, it's a mid ride. There's definitely a lot better spinning coasters. It doesn't spin enough. I really wish it would spin more, because it's just not fun. And especially when you wait in a long line for this, it's just not fun to wait in the long line and then you get on the ride and then it barely spins. It's not the greatest theming. I definitely recommend going on it during their Halloween event, because they completely black out the entire show building. There are some light that gets in from the station, but it is pretty good because it's completely blacked out. That's the only time I'd say go on it, maybe multiple times. If you are there during Halloween and if it's raining, definitely go on this, because it's fun during Halloween because they black it out. So if you're there during Halloween and it's blacked out, definitely go on it. But any other times of the year, I don't recommend going on it just because it doesn't spin that much. This is the same as I know they have a coaster like this at Adventureland in Iowa. I know they have a coaster like this at Lagoon in Farmington, Utah. I'm not sure if those spin anymore, but those are outdoor coasters. But overall, LAFF TRAKK isn't the best coaster at Hersheypark. It's towards the bottom. I'd probably rank it like the third worst coaster at the park, just because it's not good. There's definitely a lot of better coasters out there. It's one of my least favorite coasters just because of how little it spins. definitely go on it during their Halloween event, but any other time of the year, I just say it's not worth to go on it because it always has a long line because families love it. I don't know why they like it, but I mean, it is a good family coaster. If you don't want to spin a lot, then you might like it. You know, if you get dizzy for a lot of spinning, then I'd say, yeah, you could go on it because it doesn't really spin a ton. You know, some people might say it does, but me personally, I don't think it spins a ton. Families like it. I guess it is a good coaster to work your way up, you know, to more intense rides. But other than that, it's not really a good ride because other coasters that, you know, you can work your way up, they could be fun still, you know. Coasters like Super Duper Looper, that's fun coaster. Even, you know, for people that like the really intense rides, that's still a fun coaster. But Laugh Track, it's disappointing, really, in my opinion. But for my final score, I'll be giving it a 4 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Goodbye.